What is going on, everyone? First and foremost, I want to say thank you for being here right now, watching this video. I do really appreciate you for your time, and I would really appreciate if you do consider subscribing, simply because it does truly help me out a lot. Now, we're going to be reacting to Solange, whatever. Don't roast me, bro. I don't know how to pronounce it, but that person helps Beyonce escape from Jay-Z after his RICO arrest. Now, we all know Jay-Z is right next to Diddy, bro. You get what I mean? Maybe he's not as sloppy as Diddy is. You get what I mean? It's not like everybody in the world is exposing Jay-Z the way they're doing Diddy, right? Compared to Diddy is very sloppy, bro. You get what I mean? He's very sloppy. People he's worked with has a lot of dirt on him. They expose him. Almost everyone he's worked with is, doing tell-all books. Like, let's be honest, bro. Like, overall, not gonna say too much, but overall, man, Jay-Z is not as sloppy as Diddy is. So, it's not like you're gonna catch, or see all the dirt on this guy simply because everyone's exposing it. No, don't get me wrong, though. Jay-Z is a very horrible human being as well. It's just like, you got to do your research. You got to do actual research. Once you do your actual research, you can actually begin to see the truth on what this guy has done. Let's just say that. But overall, man, not gonna do too much yapping. Let's just play the video, see what it's talking about, so I can have a better understanding, and then at the end, I'll share my opinion.
Right? We was in Vegas. She said, "Come on, I'm talking to her." She jumped out. She was like, "Duh, duh, duh." And I'm like, "Wait, what is you doing?" That stuff, that's me and Jay-Z stuff. This ain't got nothing to do with you, girl. Don't come on.
So Hov wasn't there?
I'm talking to Jay.
You talking to Jay? He's about to jump you.
You lucky Solange wasn't there.
Yeah, you lucky Solange wasn't there.
Solange was there. I would have had to reboot. Solange looked like she popped in that elevator like it was nothing.
Y'all, so it looks like Solange has finally achieved her long-time dream of helping Beyonce escape her marriage with Jay-Z. Because listen, word on the streets is that Beyonce has finally left Jay-Z, and it's all thanks to Solange. For those who have missed the tea, Jay-Z's name allegedly got mentioned in his BFF Diddy's ongoing federal RICO case, and the feds are allegedly digging into Jay-Z's past, considering the numerous allegations that have followed Jay-Z over the years, including alleged murder and blackmail. But let's just say that things might get real bad for him. And the streets are saying that Beyonce knows this all as well, because she is finally moving forward with divorce arrangements after being with Jay-Z for more than 20 years and married for 16. But y'all can bet that Solange is enjoying every bit of it, because they're saying that she's been begging Beyonce to jump Jay-Z for years, and it looks like she might have finally got her wish. But is Beyonce divorcing so that the feds don't dig into her secrets? And is she really going to testify against Jay-Z?
Beyonce and Jay-Z will do anything to destroy anyone who speaks out against them. Okay, I get the threats, but you have to remember one thing. I know your deepest secrets. I know so much about you and what you've done. I know so much on how you got where you are, how you stepped on many people. Beyonce, how you guys ended Carrie Hilson's career because she said something about you. That's how hateful you guys are, how you step on anybody to stay on the top.
Y'all, I'd hate to see the Knowles women conspiring to one-up Jay-Z and help Beyonce escape from him. It's starting to get clearer and clearer that Jay-Z is going down with Diddy and these ongoing RICO cases, because word on the streets is that the feds are closing in on Jay-Z and fast, and he's about to get that Diddy treatment from the feds. Diddy's ongoing RICO case with Homeland Security is threatening to swallow even more celebs than Diddy and his sons, and the first name on his hit list allegedly is Jay-Z. But it's not that much of a surprise, y'all. Jay-Z's name would come up in any case, considering that he's been Diddy's BFF for so many years. Interestingly though, a couple of weeks ago, there were reports that Beyonce was planning to leave Jay-Z and move on with her life, but we didn't know why. At the time, we didn't really know about Diddy's case with the feds or the RICO investigation, and we just thought that he was dealing with some current recent civil lawsuits that were filed by producer Lil Rod. And it wasn't until Homeland Security raided his homes that we knew that this was the subject of a federal investigation, and it was only a few days after that we found out that there was a RICO charge. Now this explains why Beyonce has been trying to leave him, because the last thing she wants to do is be tied up in that situation. Now if you're wondering why Jay-Z is tied to it, it's because there has been talk for a long time about how Jay-Z and Diddy are allegedly tied up in the same shenanigans. Now at first it was just unconfirmed rumors flying about on social media, but then Ms. Jaguar Wright came out to claim that the two men were involved in some really shady stuff.
You know, camaraderie with Honeycombs and aka Diddy, and
Why do you give him the honeycombs? Why do you give him honeycombs?
because he smacks so sweet. That fucking sodomite. Anyway,
Now say what you want about Jaguar Wright, but the fact is that nobody's ever come out to sue her for lying, slander, or defamation, and she has been proven right almost every single time. So again, it looks like she might be right again in this case, because now that the feds are involved, an investigation into Jay-Z is imminent. And y'all can bet your bottom dollar that Miss Queen Bey is not about to stick around and go down with this sinking ship. Now, like I said before, she's already had a solid plan in place allegedly to end her marriage before us normal people even suspected. And in typical Beyonce fashion, she has gone over and beyond to keep it private because she knows that the media will be all over the case and story if they find out, and she does not want to deal with all that drama, not with her new album and impending world tour. So yeah, it sounds exactly like something Beyonce would do, because y'all know that she never tells us nothing about her life, and that's how she wants to handle this divorce, allegedly. Well, I guess that would explain why she's been going everywhere on these award shows thanking Jay-Z and sending love to Jay-Z, just to keep us off the sniff of a divorce. Well, blogger Storm Monroe was first to spill the tea about how Beyonce was making plans to leave Jay-Z a couple of months back, and this caused a stir on social media.
Is that they've been living separate lives for a very long time. So they together, but they living separate. And part of the reason why they're already living separate lives, and we may actually see one of the biggest divorces in Hollywood, is because Jay-Z is up next to be exposed. And it's only so much of these stories that Jay-Z can, he can pay off or he can block. He won't be able to stop this. And she knows it, and he knows it too. As far as who's gonna be the breakout victim / story, I don't know. Yeah, I might have to ask Jason Lee. I don't know. But I'm just letting you know that once that comes out and Jay-Z is exposed for his nefarious past, you're gonna see Beyonce divorce him. Okay, and she may or may not do an interview, but you're gonna their publicist is gonna release something. She's gonna say, "Oh, the Carters have been separated for some time. They built this beautiful life, blah 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 blah."
Storm's comments set the internet on fire, but as crazy as it seems, he wasn't the first to talk about how Jay-Z was being set up to get the Diddy treatment, with multiple lawsuits and people coming out to expose how he is just as bad as Diddy, and maybe even worse than he is. But he has been very careful not to get exposed because he knows just how damaging it's going to be. Now, Jaguar Wright did us a favor last year, and she did not mince her words.
Sean Carter is worse.
Uh-oh. Oh, man.
He's smarter. He's patient. He's not sloppy.
Mm-hmm.
This pussy been lining up people he calls friends and stepping to the side while they get hit by the guillotine for 30 fucking years.
But what exactly has Jay-Z been up to that could possibly be worse than we know about Diddy? I mean, Diddy, aka the diddler that y'all lovingly call him. He's been exposed for essaying women and trafficking and a whole lot of other crazy stuff. So how could Jay-Z possibly be that bad that Beyonce is planning to dip? Well, like they say, birds of a feather flock together. And it looks like these two might be flying high in these skies because listen, the things that we're finding out about them are just insane. And it makes sense why the feds are now on Jay-Z's trail too. I mean, thinking back, the friendship between Jay-Z and Diddy, it kind of makes sense now. See, now before this, we thought that the worst thing about them was that he cheated on Beyonce and then tried to act like it didn't matter. But as it turns out, his cheating habits have landed him in some pretty tricky situations that allegedly could include murder. Yeah, y'all, let's break it down because I know it sounds crazy. Now, y'all remember in 2011 when Beyonce announced that she was pregnant with Blue Ivy and she almost broke the internet? Well, what we didn't know at the time was that Jay-Z also had a side piece at that same time who was threatening to expose him and humiliate him to ruin his public image and embarrass Beyonce. According to reports, Jay-Z and Kathy were reportedly involved before he had even started dating Beyonce. But he ultimately chose to commit to Beyonce because, I mean, it's Beyonce. Now, do you remember Jason Lee and his recent threats to reveal some damaging information about Beyonce? Well, Diddy is now suggesting that this might be connected to Kathy's untimely passing. Why? Because Kathy and Jason Lee were tight buddies, and Jason was the one who first spilled the tea about the affair. Now, y'all keep this Jason Lee tea in mind because we're gonna circle back to that in a little bit. But here's where the story gets even crazier. Kathy was so upset at Jay-Z for blindsiding her with the news of a baby that she reached out to a reporter, claiming that she was ready to do a tell-all interview where she would talk about her affair with Jay-Z. But it goes without saying that she would have made him look very bad, especially since he was married to Beyonce and she was pregnant with their first child. According to reports, she planned to leak as an act of revenge for Jay-Z blindsiding her with the baby news, and the public was more than eager to find out about the tea regarding her and Jay-Z. But in a shocking twist of events, Kathy passed away less than 24 hours later. Talk about some seriously suspicious timing. But if that wasn't bad enough and shady, every single one of Kathy's social media accounts mysteriously disappeared after her passing, causing people to speculate that she might have been unalived by none other than Jay-Z. People started pointing them fingers at him. The situation got worse with autopsy results because the first autopsy claimed that she died as a result of an injury to the head. But the next thing we knew, the autopsy was canceled, saying the cause of death was listed as an aneurysm. I don't know about y'all, but it seems pretty suspicious because a head injury and an aneurysm are two different things. And y'all are telling me that a coroner made that mistake? Yeah, it's not adding up. And just when you thought you'd heard it all, something else popped up that made it obvious that there was an entire conspiracy surrounding Kathy's passing. Reports from the NYPD detective overseeing the case threw a curveball, contradicting the aneurysm diagnosis. Journalist Claudia Jordan decided to dig deeper into this tangled web of lies, uncovering some jaw-dropping revelations. She wrote, according to an NYPD detective who told me Kathy's cause of death is uncertain, and later today we will have the autopsy and toxicology reports. Right now, the death is considered suspicious. She continued, a 911 call came from an apartment on 130 West 19th Street in Manhattan. An ambulance came and took Kathy because she was sick. They took her to Beth Israel Hospital, and that's where she expired. It was too early to be speculating that an aneurysm killed her. They will be doing an autopsy later today to check out her cause of death. But someone might have given Kathy a bad drug, so they'll do a toxicology and we'll have to wait 2 weeks for that report. Well, the case, interestingly, died out mysteriously after that. And we never heard anything about what happened or the results of that test, which makes it even more suspicious. But Claudia Jordan was not willing to let this die because she has kept an eye on it. And she is now convinced that Jay-Z could have had something to do with Kathy's passing. In a new article, she wrote about the case, and she said, years later, I met sources who knew both Jay-Z, Kathy, and inside information on her death. They strongly believe Jay-Z had her murdered to silence her. One source told me Jay-Z had law enforcement and even coroners in his back pocket. The source also said that there are corrupt coroners in New York City who will rule homicides as natural deaths for cash. Y'all, it sounded like Gotham City out here. What's going on, New York? She continued, in 2020, Crazy Days and Nights reported this. The A-list host model is also an actress. Our host has always stayed quiet about the death of her friend, but has become more convinced over the years that the permanent A+ list rapper had her friend killed. It just seemed too convenient that he wanted her out of the picture, and shortly after he said that, the friend ended up dead. The blind item later revealed the A-list host was Claudia Jordan. The rapper was Jay-Z and Claudia's friend was Kathy. Okay, so y'all, then back to Jason Lee, right? Y'all remember how Jason tried to blackmail Beyonce last year? Well, according to reports, he claims to have information about Kathy's affair with Jay-Z and her murder since he was her friend. And according to an insider, that was the last straw for Beyonce. Jay-Z cheating on her was one thing, but her being blackmailed for his actions is the last straw for her. And she has been plotting with her sister Solange, allegedly to get away from Jay-Z. Like, y'all already know that Solange is about that, because she don't even like Jay-Z. And she has been more than eager to help her sister get away from him. So Beyonce doesn't get involved in RICO charges that are inevitably coming. However, there are some mixed reviews because fans believe it and some don't. Because some fans don't believe that Beyonce would ever leave Jay-Z, and some think that she is just trying to run away. They've been leaving comments saying she only leaving because his closet is about to be cleaned out. She knows what's in that closet though. She may even have some items in there. Beyonce is complicit in this mess. She knows more than she is telling. Personally, I am done with the whole mess. And one thing I love about 50 is he tells the truth when exposing someone. They never sue him. Think about it. Not 50 getting in it. Well, y'all, one thing's for sure and two things for certain. It's kind of looking so crazy right now. And I don't think Beyonce is down to ride to the very end. And Jay-Z definitely has 99 problems and the case is one. Hit me. But do you think that Beyonce is really gonna leave Jay-Z? I mean, she's still telling them that she loves him on these award shows. Or do you think that that's all a cover? Drop your thoughts and comments below and then check out this next video.
But yeah, man, that's the end of the video. This is crazy, bro. Do y'all think this is true? Do y'all think Beyonce is gonna actually end up leaving Jay-Z after his arrest? Like, is he even gonna get arrested? Like, what do y'all think, bro? Because you know, if you really look at it, bro, Jay-Z is actually right next to Diddy. You get what I mean? They're associates, I guess. Let's just say that, man. They're very, very close. They're very close, and they do a lot of things together. But one thing about Jay-Z is, you know, she's right, bro. Jay-Z is not sloppy whatsoever. You know what I mean? He's very clean when it comes to these things. He's quite the opposite of Diddy. When it comes to Diddy, bro, Diddy is dirty, man. He's dirty. You know, he leaves a lot of trails behind. So like, bro, like, for example, right? Search up Diddy Exposed on YouTube, bro. There's a whole bunch of videos of him basically getting exposed, bro, with like actual proof. On the other hand, for Jay-Z, you know, you actually have to do research, and once you do research, then you can see the truth. You get what I mean? I'm not saying Jay-Z is not as bad as, you know, Diddy is, but he's a lot cleaner. That's all I'm saying. He's a lot cleaner. But, you know, it does look like he's going to end up getting locked up right next to Diddy, man. It's not looking good for him whatsoever. And, you know, I don't know, man. But if he actually does get locked up and Beyonce leaves him, bro, this is going to be crazy, bro. Simply because people are already predicting it. You get what I mean? So if it actually happens, it's just going to be like, bro, it's like, it's crazy, man. I'm going to be speechless. But overall, man, gonna end the video here. Let me know what you guys think. And peace out, man.